So I wanted to film something today, but initially I didn't know what. I feel like I'm sort of in this, like, I don't know, dead creative space lately where I don't know the direction of like my social channels. Like I haven't posted on Instagram in almost a month because I don't know what to do with Instagram anymore. I feel like here I don't even know what I want to do or like how to not be repetitive, or I don't know, like I don't know. I feel like I'm in like a creative funk lately again. I get into these things like every couple of months, but I feel like because of like the quarantine and COVID and like all the things that have been happening since, you know, like the beginning of this year, it's just exacerbated my feelings of lostness. My feelings of loss, of losing myself have just exacerbated. I don't even know how to like grammatically correctly say that. Correctly, like I don't, grammar, where is she? Not here. Yeah, I feel like I don't know the direction of my channel. So I don't know, maybe what I need to do is just like do makeup for a while until I figure it out. Pugsley just came bounding over. And a video I haven't done in a while is trying new makeup, using makeup, like sort of makeup, a full face of first impressions basically, trying makeup we haven't used before. So these are, I've pulled some things that I haven't used for the most part. There's a lot of new things in here, things that I've bought but haven't tested yet. There's a couple of things in here that I've tried maybe like once or twice, but never like on camera, and I've never talked about. And I've got a couple of different options for what I'm thinking I want to do today. So the last one of these I did was in April. And when I was pulling out stuff for today, I realized I was sort of pulling out the same look, like the red lip and the orange eyes. So I don't know what direction we're going to go in today. Here's little Pugs, except he's not little anymore. He's big Pugs. He's big Pugs. Look at how big he is, man. Full grown cat size, basically. So yeah, I've pulled a second option. So we'll sort of see what I'm feeling today. But like I'm feeling like a red and orange eyes. And anyway, I was watching my video from April and I could tell how much weight I've gained just by like looking at my face. I've gained like roughly 10 pounds in the last 3 months, and it's like really depressing because I haven't exercised since early March. I'm like, oh, I've been eating my feelings. My skin is also like freaking out currently. I've got like this weird cystic thing happening here that I cannot get rid of. I've tried a couple of those micro needle points from Hero. Those don't work. I've used a whole package of those so far to like no avail. Like it hasn't done anything. But yeah, I'm like trying to like leave this alone. My whole face down here is broken out. And then I used a mask that had hibiscus in it, like a pretty high concentration of hibiscus, which stains when you have like sores or you know, like healing stuff happening on your skin. It happens to stain like those parts of your skin. So these parts are like redder than they usually would be because they're sort of like stained by the hibiscus that was in that mask. So that was a mistake. Basically, my skin went from good in Monday's video, which I filmed on Saturday, to like awful in like 3 days. It's pretty amazing, like how fast it changes. So what I'm trying to go for, what I want to go for is like sort of like a healthy, glowy, dewy kind of look. I used an illuminating mask today, the Melly Glow from Leilani. I masked with the Malaya Organics honey mask yesterday, the neem mask, trying to heal skin, then trying to like illuminate it. I'm trying some different skincare because I feel like some of the skincare that I was using wasn't doing it. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna prime first. So this I have used, but I mean, primers are not a thing that I come around very often. Like I'm not buying primers all the time. This is the Organic Skin Co. Primp and Prime. It's like an illuminating primer. This is the one in Lunar, which is sort of like the white shade. And then I'm also going to mix in some of the Nini Organics Glow Illuminator, the rose gold one, because I want sort of like to illuminate. Oh, this is like, there was a lot that came out of this. I want to sort of illuminate, this is more than I'm going to use, illuminate under the foundation base that we're going to be trying today. So I put more drops than I would normally put in here, just because I had so much of that primer. I also need to get a, I'm going to sort of like try to concentrate it like around like the higher points. It smells good. It almost looks like sunscreen, but it's not. See, I use too much. I need to get a towel. Oh, I'll use this. This is technically like a face washcloth that I've had sitting here, but I'll just throw it in the... I'll throw it in the hamper. But yeah, I'm trying to... I want to sort of go like glowy, healthy, because my skin does not feel that way currently. So it's like a nice... like illuminating primer. And I love that Nini Organics Glow Oil like so much. That one, the rose gold one is no longer available, but the original glow, which is like the gold one, is still available. I mean, I basically get the same effect from both, but like the rose gold one is just like a touch more subtle. Okay, so foundation. What we're gonna do, well, should I do concealer first? No, I could do concealer after this. So I've got the Impeccable Skin from Suntegrity. I've used the 5-in-1 a lot on my channel, and I wanted to try the Impeccable Skin because it's supposed to have more coverage. And this, I see now it says mineral matte, so hopefully it's not super matte, but hopefully also this base underneath sort of like helps illuminate through. We'll see. But yeah, I wanted to try this, and then when I asked your guys's like thoughts on this, or like if you've tried it, because the 5-in-1 tinted I have to get in fair because the light oxidizes on me. I think a couple of you guys said that get this one that's closer to your like actual skin tone because it doesn't oxidize. So I got the shade Buff. So I haven't tried this. We are going to... Wow, that is, I just realized like I didn't bring a brush in here for this, and can I do this with my fingers? Well, let's find out, I guess. I think I saw Valeria use this recently, and I think she used her fingers. So it's supposed to have like a little bit more coverage, like not supposed to be like foundation-like, I think, but have slightly more coverage than the, you know, the tinted moisturizer, which is basically just like nothing. This isn't too bad. Plus it's SPF too, so that's nice. I don't know if it's going to dry down more than this because it doesn't look matte yet. Because I can still see some glow, but I don't know how much of that is contributing from the primer I put on underneath. I'll give it a minute. And then I can tell you a little bit about what else I've got here. So I pulled the Hand Skincare Cosmetics concealer. I'm like kind of nervous to use this because it seems like really thick and like really brightening, especially for what I've just put on my face, but I don't have many new concealers. So we're going to try this and see what happens. And then I also have the Lima Pure Pressed Powder Foundation, which I figured I could use as sort of like a little bit extra coverage. So, I mean, that Impeccable Skin does look pretty good. I mean, obviously it didn't cover everything because my skin's a disaster, but it covered pretty well. I mean, it evened out the skin tone, which basically is what I want most of the time anyway. I don't always want like a full coverage. Like I'm not always about that. So I'm going to try this here. Cause see how like light that is compared to the skin tint. Maybe it'll buff out fine, or maybe it'll just look totally ridiculous. Yeah, it looks kind of ridiculous. Well, we're gonna have to hope that the powder foundation corrects it a touch. I don't know that I'm the biggest fan of this. I mean, because it is thick, and I'm like kind of nervous to put it underneath my eyes because it is so thick. This is definitely like the thickest, sort of like heaviest concealer I have. So I'll do the face first and then we'll go in underneath the eyes. I'm trying to do this while also letting you guys see. My God, I cannot wait until my vanity comes in. And then I can actually like sit and do my makeup. I think I said that in like another recent video. But it is true, man. I cannot wait until I get my vanity. Because the way things are going, my husband's job has said that he'll probably be here until September, but then, you know, that could change as well. Because originally he was only supposed to be here until June, or May originally, and then June. And now it's like September, October, but it could be to like the end of the year. Because I talked to somebody else who is working from home now, and they said it was like till the end of the year for them. Okay, I'm really nervous about putting this under my eyes. I'm gonna go with not a ton at first, though I think I did way more on that side. I also have like a red spot here, so let's take some of that down to the red spot. My skin is just like freaking out lately. And it is, oh God, this is like cake. That is so thick. I didn't bring any like setting powder in here either. I'll just have to go in under my eyes with the pressed powder. I mean, it's got like decent coverage because it is so thick. And let's I'm gonna go in with that pressed powder like immediately because I don't want that to crease on me, which I feel like it will. I mean, you can tell like how good of coverage it's got, but it's very thick. I can feel it. I feel like I need sort of like an in-between shade. I feel like they've got like a light, like a fair, a light, a medium, and some like deeper tan shades. I think they've only got like 5 shades. What is this one? This is fair light. Is this their fairest? I don't know. No, I think they have one fairer because I think it's like porcelain or something. We're gonna be in trouble if that powder foundation like does not even this out. I don't know what shade this is either of the Alima Pure foundation. It's either Sesame or Nutmeg because I bought both because I wasn't sure which one would be my shade. Okay, now we're gonna go in with a buffing brush. And we're gonna try to even this mess out. So I don't know, like I was saying, because I feel sort of like stuck content-wise, like I don't really know what to do anymore. I mean, because I can't do skincare reviews like that often, because I try to give, you know, a couple of months to all of my skincare reviews, because I want to make sure I can give you the most like comprehensive review I can give you. Even though I know everybody's skin is going to be like different, react differently to stuff. But like, if you are someone who has a similar skin type to me, you would know if it might work for you or not. Okay, that's not bad. That hand skincare cosmetics, I definitely would not use all over my face again, under eyes only, but even then, I'm like nervous that it's like gonna crease on me. We'll see what it looks like by the end of this video and I'll let you know. Because it is possible that it could crease by the end of this video. All right, so that's that. That Alima Pure Powder Foundation is actually pretty nice. I do feel a little bit of an itch. Okay, so I feel like I've lost basically all the glow. If I had just kept that impeccable skin, I think it might have been okay, but I think I've lost like all the glow. We'll have to highlight as much as we can. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. What are you guys watching these days? What do you want to see? Because I mean, I have a lot of ideas, but it also feels like sometimes that like green beauty is kind of limiting because there's only so much There's only so many companies, there's only so much being released. Like there's makeup being released like all the time in, you know, like conventional beauty and like other brands that aren't what I would consider like clean. So it kind of feels sometimes hard to stay like fresh with the ideas, because I'm not like a makeup artist, so I'm not on here like doing different makeup looks all the time. I don't know, unless that's like the next thing I need to do is just sort of get more like creative with makeup, but I don't know. My makeup looks tend to never get watched, so it's like, I don't know what to do. All right, so I'm gonna use the Pacifica Bronzer Duo. Am I? See, this is where I don't know what I wanna do, is with my cheeks and eyes. So I've got this that I pulled out, because I was thinking of doing this like orange color, and then like a red lip, or a red cheek. See, I don't know what I want to do. Is it too boring to like watch the same thing over and over again? Because I mean, there's a lot of cool colors in here, but I'm kind of feeling like orange today. I don't know what to do, because I have this, which I just dug my finger in. And then I also brought the Vapor Bronzer in here, which is more like glittery. Like it's got more glitter in it. Where this one is more like matte, but it's also darker. Maybe we'll go with this. I mean, I feel like my skin does look pretty good for where we started out. So impeccable skin maybe is a good name for that stuff. So I'm just gonna take, that was muy powdery. Is muy more or very? What's very? I don't want to take a lot. So I'm just gonna dust a little bit on each side. It's kind of nice. Do like a little bit above the hairline. I also have placed a bunch of orders recently for Black-owned beauty brands. I think after like, it's funny, I've been like placing these orders at like, you know, 11 o'clock in bed at night, like just laying here, like while my kid sleeps. I've been like scouring the internet for like Black-owned beauty stuff. And I think I've found enough to do a full face, so I think I should have everything coming here soon. I did place an order with that, what is it, Uoma Beauty. There were a couple of things that I couldn't find that I wasn't like happy with. Like brow stuff and like a bronzer. So I did order the brow gel and the bronzer highlighter stick from Uoma Beauty. Like they're not a brand that I'm gonna try like everything from, and like even the brow thing and the bronzer stick are not like products that I would normally buy, because they've got like some ingredients in them that I don't usually use. Can we not chew on my microphone wire, please? Pugsley getting into everything. But I figure they're like such small parts of my routine, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Pugsley. But I found foundation and concealer. I have blush, I have highlighter. I have lip options. So I'm just waiting for all that to come in. Oh, I don't have eyes. I need to figure out something from eyes. I don't know what. How does that look? I feel like I've been blending for like ever. Because it's a little bit dark, so I want to make sure I'm not like overdoing it. I think that looks okay though. I think that looks okay. Okay, so I wanted to figure out blush first, so that way I can figure out what to do on my eyes. So I brought two options in here. We'll finish talking about the other thing in a minute. So I have the Fit Glow Beauty blush palette. I've worn this one. I'm pretty sure. So I have that, and then I also have the Mad Hippie pot, which honestly, I'm not excited about the Mad Hippie stuff. I bought it because I thought it could be like kind of cool, like inexpensive, but I'm like not excited about any of it. So this is the pot in Poppy, so it's sort of like a red. So that's why I was thinking, like, if I do red, I could do orange on the eyes. You know what? I think I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to go with my first instinct. I don't want to do too much. I know I usually go like crazy with the blush, but I don't want to go too crazy today. Like, I don't want it to take over my whole face. Yeah, so the next one of these that I'll do, you know, the trying new makeup I've never tried before, will be like an all black-owned brands edition. I just need to figure out eyes. What I want to do about that. Because I know there's Love & Co. has some like pigments, but I don't really want to buy pigments. Brown Leaf Cosmetics I know has like a palette, but they don't have like their full ingredient list on their palette, so I don't know what their ingredients are. I mean, that's a little concerning. I'm aware there's another company that does eyeshadow palettes. Don't suggest them to me, please. So that's why I'm having such a hard time figuring out what I want to do, because I don't know. Unless I just find like an eyeliner and do like a smudgy eye or something, or I don't know. So that's that. I mean, it's fine, but I much prefer, I mean, like if I'm gonna buy these, I'll buy the Aeropress Carrot Color Pots, because I just think the ingredients are better on them. And I get, it's like, there's only 3 colors of these, but they're colors that I could get in the Carrot Color Pots. These are just sort of like, I'll probably give this to my niece. I don't have a need for this. I mean, like, it's fine. It blended out fine, but like, I'd rather use my Carrot Color Pots, honestly. I would rather use the Carrot Color Pots. I mean, it looks fine, but so does my Carrot Color Pot. It like looks exactly like this. Okay, so I've got the Eye of Horus Dynasty Brow Define. I don't know if this is still gonna be good, actually. So it comes with a spoolie on one side. I got this in a Petit Vour box back when I was, you know, a member of Petit Vour, which, how long ago was that? Years? Probably older than this. Well, older than the lifespan of this pencil. I don't know. It's like one of these where you like twist up. I could have brought the plume one in here. I didn't think about that, but I'll do that one like another time. Yeah, it's still okay. The only thing about these like pencil things is I feel like they probably go through so quickly, because I mean, like, how much product is actually in here? Like, not a lot. With like a pot or with like a brow fiber thing, I don't know, I feel like those probably last longer, but I like brow gels more. I'm really not like a pencil person. I'm really not like a pot person, because I don't change the shape of my brows. I just fill them in. That's all that I do. This one's a good color match for me though. It's just kind of like, it looks kind of like natural. See, I'm like already turning it up. And my cat is like trying to get into everything. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm always asking you guys, what do you want to see from me? But then I'm always like in some kind of a identity crisis where I don't know what I want to do anymore. And like, I want to do stuff that's interesting to you and to me. And I don't know what that is. And I don't want to create content like just to do it. So I have a hard time. I also have a hard time with like influencing in general. Like, I don't ever want to call myself like an influencer, because like that's not what I want to do here. Like, I don't want to just be someone who's like here to tell you like about like products. Ugh, God. Whoops, that went on the wrong way. Yeah, I'm also having a problem with like this lately, especially like within the climate that we're in. Like, I'm on a lot of like PR lists, but I also don't want to come on and like just tell you about everything unless I've tried it, which is what I like to do. I mean, I do it with my This Just Ends, where I tell you what I've gotten and what I'm going to be reviewing. But I feel like there is sometimes so much pressure from like brands to like post at a certain time. And I feel like a lot of people do that. And I don't want to be that. That's why I have such a hard time with this like blogger, influencer, like whatever you want to call it thing. Like, I just want to like review things, whether I purchase them or not. Like, I'm purchasing a lot more these days than I have ever purchased. I purchase so much stuff. Like, aside from the brands that I already have relationships with and like, you know, already send me like their launches and whatever, I don't even reach out to brands anymore. because I just rather buy stuff on my own. I buy a lot. So like you do see me receive stuff, but it's mostly from brands that I already have relationships with, or like the brand is reaching out to me and I find them interesting or something. Like I'm not going out to brands and being like, hey, I want to try your stuff, send me stuff. Like I don't do that. So that's browse. But yeah, I have such a hard time because like I want to review stuff and like tell you guys about stuff, but I also don't want there to be like pressure of like, hey, we sent you this, like post about it or we're going to remove you or something. Like I don't necessarily feel like I get that so much, but sometimes like I create that in myself. Like I'm like, I create like so much anxiety in myself of like these are things that are happening, which they're not. I don't know. And I don't even know what point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to keep my cat off of the dresser. Go over there. But yeah, I mean, I create anxiety in myself, but I also like, I don't know. I also like there's so much drama in like the other part of like beauty too. So like not the green beauty side, but like I saw some stuff happening with like Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson again. And like Shane is like out of the beauty community, which like when was he ever in it? But then there was like the whole Susan Yara thing, which I didn't know who she was until someone posted about it over on like Instagram, and she I guess was promoting her brand for months without telling anybody that it was her brand, and it was like this huge FTC violation or whatever. And I feel like that's a problem too, is like people who are influencers who want to be seen as like influencers are creating like this problem for all the rest of us that don't want to be associated as like an influencer. We just want to sort of like do our thing and tell you about stuff that we love. And then there's like people over here creating problems like, well, now who can we trust? Because we thought this person was so trusted. Now can we trust anybody? Like, I don't want to be lumped into that category of like, I can't be trusted. Cause like this person, apparently people trusted her and thought she had integrity, and like that's what she built her like brand on or whatever, or like her, you know, her personal brand. And then did this like whole thing with her skincare line, and it was just like shady and whatever. And like I don't ever want that to be like a problem for me. Like, I'm not going to be starting my own skincare or makeup brand or anything and like telling you guys about it and like promoting it like it's not mine or something. Like I'm not even going to be making my own skincare. Like you don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to go in with this color Lift Off. I want to just do orange. I might do a little bit of like sparkly on top because there's like this Delphi color. And there's this like Looking Glass color. I might do one of those on top, but I also might just do like a totally matte thing here today. So yeah, I feel like, and then I just feel like there's distrust even in the green beauty space. Like I see so many people like doing things to like make a buck. So this isn't going to apply to like everybody. So like my friend Jen, Aloha Jen's Beauty. Honestly, if that's wrong, I'm sorry. You know, Aloha Jen, you guys know who I'm talking about. She is starting like a consultation service because she's an esthetician. I see so many other people doing that who aren't estheticians or who aren't like people who are makeups, like skincare experts or like whatever, or like they claim themselves to be skincare experts. But there's like these people, there's like all kinds of people who I've seen start programs like these or like consultation services. And I'm like, what are your credentials? Like the only person who I've seen start one of these who I actually feel like I'm supportive of is Jen, because she does have an esthetician's background. Like I'm totally supportive of her doing that. But I've seen so many other people like start these monthly programs and like, talk about like toxic ingredients or like things to avoid and like special videos and like things like that. And I'm just like, I feel like there's so many people who are just trying to make like $1 any way that they can. And then I just feel like, I don't know, it just feels so disingenuous. So that wasn't like me not supporting Jen. I definitely support Jen in her venture, but there's other people that I've seen who have started programs like these, like monthly programs or like consultation services where I'm like, what is your credentials for this other than you just love skincare? That's like me starting up something like this and being like, oh, I'm a skincare expert and I'm going to tell you all the things that are going to make your skin perfect, when I have no esthetician's experience. I have no, certified makeup experience. Like I'm just somebody who loves skincare. Like I would never call myself an expert. I would never call myself a specialist. I would never call myself anything other than just like an enthusiast, because that's what I am. Unless I go to esthetician school, then I can call myself an esthetician, but that's not happening either. But yeah, I just see like so many people doing stuff like this, and like I just get so just like down. It's just like, there's so many people trying to make money off of you, and it makes me sad. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one who feels that way. Maybe you guys have subscribed to something like this from somebody and you found it valuable or whatever, but I just see it as like just a constant way for bloggers trying to make a buck. And like, how many of these programs do we need where they're all doing the same thing? I guess it depends on who you follow and who you support or whatever, but I don't know. Don't worry, you won't ever see anything like that from me. It's gonna be all free, all, you know, here on this platform all the time. Like, I have no intention of doing anything to try to make extra money off you guys, or like, I don't know, trick you into thinking I'm something that I'm not. I don't know. This is why I don't have any blogger friends, I guess. It's like, I'm always just calling other people's shit out. Nobody wants to associate with me. Except the people, you know, who don't do that stuff as it is. So I've got like three blogger friends. You know, Jen, she's very supportive and she's like the sweetest. And if you aren't following Aloha Jen already, definitely go check out her channel. She's got lots of great information because, like I said again, she actually has an esthetician's background and is qualified to talk about those things, and isn't just someone who loves skincare. Like, she loves skincare too, but she also is like qualified to talk about it. So definitely go and check her out. How do we feel about this? Is this too much? You know, like Valeria, she puts up with my ranting. Andy, who I try to spare from my ranting. I don't have many other blogger friends. And I know, like, I come on here sometimes and I'm always like, I want people to like me, but yet people don't like the truth, or they don't like being called out, or they don't like, I don't know. Like, not that I'm trying to necessarily call anybody out, it's just like, I don't like seeing you guys, I don't know what the right word is. There's some shady stuff that goes on, which maybe other people don't think it's shady. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my personality. I mean, I am a type 1 where I see things in sort of like black and white, right and wrong. Like, I have a very set way that I view the world, and like morals and ethics and things like that. And, you know, for a lot of people that's not the same set of standards that they live by. Okay, so maybe, should we do a little bit of sparkly on top of that? Maybe we'll put a little Delphi, just to give it a little something extra. But I mean, yeah, I know, that's just me. And that's why sometimes I wonder, like, what is going to make me stand out, or like make me interesting, because I have these views of like right and wrong and black and white, and this is how I see the world. And maybe people don't enjoy watching that. I don't know. But then maybe I do stuff that's too like simple and mundane and like not interesting to watch. But I also don't want to be one of those people who does like clickbaity kind of stuff, you know? Like, I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I just had this conversation with you guys, but it's like it's spilling out of my head like as I'm talking. And again, I know that probably gets like tiresome to hear, that I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Like, I have ideas. It's just like finding the time to do them. All right. I mean, I think that's pretty. I like orange eyeshadow. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird. Okay, I have so I have this new mascara. So this is the Aaron's Faces Matcha Mascara. I'm pretty sure this is not vegan. This has beeswax. So it does have beeswax. So I requested this from them. So Aaron's Faces is not like a brand that appeals to me in general. They have a lot of products that contain like PEGs and just ingredients that I don't use. It's so hard finding like interesting makeup to try that doesn't contain PEGs these days. I feel like every interesting makeup out there, like interesting makeup brand or like skincare, anything that I get contacted about, like anything that I find, everything is PEGs. And like PEGs is like one ingredient that I won't I don't have any interest in using. Like maybe you feel it's like fine and safe and whatever, but for me, like I don't want to use anything with PEGs. And a lot of the Aaron's Faces makeup actually has PEGs in it, which originally when they were like contacting me, I was like totally turned off, and I was like, no, just stop emailing me because I don't want anything to do with your brand. And then they started coming out with some products that contain better ingredients. So like the concealer, which maybe I'll use in a video the next time I do one of these after the Black Owned Beauty Brands one. And then they came out with the mascara. So the reason I wanted to try this is because I saw so many people do like a sponsored review of this. And there was a lot of reviews actually where they were doing like a before and after where you could literally see zero difference in their lashes. And I was like, you're getting paid to promote something that you can see no discernible difference in your lashes. Like that's a little shady to me. So I requested it from them because I want to know if it's good. And like some of their advertisement pictures too, it honestly looks like it's like an advertisement for the Ficlo mascara because it's like super big and chunky lashes. And I'm like, that's not what I've seen in pictures of people who have actually promoted this. So yeah, this is the matcha mascara. So it does have like matcha in it. I guess that's like the cool thing about it is it's matcha. It also comes in a glass tube, which is also pretty much unheard of. I don't think I have any other mascaras in glass tubes. So do I have a mirror? I want to see what I'm doing. So here are my lashes without mascara. You guys can see this happening like real time. There's a little bit too much on this brush. You know, I'm probably like a lot of you guys too. Like even though I've done some sponsored stuff, like most of the time when I see sponsored content, I'm just very like, I'm like wary. Because I mean, I get some of those, you know, I get some of those emails too, like from, if you see, I mean, I get sponsored stuff that I turn down that I see on like other people's channels. So I'm weary of like sponsored content too, you know, as a blogger. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. It's weird though, because like when I saw some people use this, it literally looked like they weren't wearing anything. So that's just, it's very confusing. It's very confusing because literally, I mean, it doesn't look like nothing. That looks pretty good for one coat, basically. Now, if you do too much more than this, I can see how it's going to get very clumpy. So I would not do more than one coat of this because it's starting to feel clumpy even just within this like one coat here. Like it does, it feels like a very thick, it's not super wet. It feels like a thick, like it can get gloopy. Well, my thing refocuses because I lifted my mirror too high. Kind of mascara. But for the most part, I actually don't think that's too bad. It's just very weird, you know, the pictures people choose to promote sponsored content with. Like if it's not, I feel like one eye is bigger than the other. I don't know. That's why I was very just like, is this stuff for real? Because you see their ads and then you see like other people's ads for it and you're just like, what? That's actually not bad. I kind of like that. It feels heavy though. It does feel heavy. Like I can feel my lashes, like it feels weighty. We'll see like as it dries if it feels any better. Okay, so I've got the Pacifica. I'm just gonna use the highlighter in the bronzer duo. This is the Glow Baby. I wonder how pigmented this is. Like in the past, the Pacifica highlighters haven't been the most pigmented. This has a scent to it. Is all of Pacifica's makeup scented? Was this other palette scented? No. This is definitely scented. So Pacifica isn't really known for like clean makeup. They're more known for like vegan and cruelty free. And I'll give them that. They have a lot of great like makeup and stuff. Like if you're just concerned about vegan and cruelty free, but their ingredients aren't terrible either. Like they don't have PEGs, they don't use talc. They use phenoxyethanol, fragrance in a lot of their stuff. So if you're like super sensitive to fragrance, I would definitely stay away from Pacifica. I'm highlighting that giant zit a little bit, but whatever, I'm not going anywhere. That's pretty though. That is pretty. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm also trying to figure that out too, like where I'm taking, why did I just do that on my cheeks? Like where I'm taking my channel and like what kind of stuff I want to talk about on here, because like I said, I do get so excited about like so much other stuff, and then I look at the ingredients and I'm like, damn, why? I mean, so like I'm looking at stuff. I don't know that I'm going to lax my standards too much, probably not. But I mean, if I see something interesting that doesn't contain PEGs, that maybe contains like dimethicones or like a few other like low rated, maybe more questionable ingredients that aren't necessarily like clean or whatever. I mean, because it's your standard of what's clean and what's not. All right, so I'm also going to use this. This is the Crystal Dew setting spray, just to sort of like do it up a little more, since we are looking a little matte. Are we looking dewy? I like the mist on it. The mist is actually pretty fine, so it's not like large droplets hitting the face. Doesn't smell too bad either. What does this have in it? It does have parfum, but it says natural, which could mean anything. Does this have phenoxyethanol in it? It doesn't, surprisingly. It does have potassium sorbate, some gums. I mean, this actually isn't too bad. Because I remember when I was talking to you guys about these in my This Just In, because so many setting sprays out there, because I was looking on like the Clean at Sephora site, because I know there's not a lot of green, clean companies that do like setting sprays. I was looking at like the Clean at Sephora, and like they all have PEGs. I'm like, why does a setting spray need PEGs? So what do you think? Does it, I mean, that puts some glow back in my face. I like that. That's not bad. Oh, I look good. From where we started. Okay, so I've got the Spicy Lip Gloss from Tower 28. Which was red really the way I wanted to go here? It's too late, we're doing it. We're doing it. I ordered more Tower 28 stuff. So I actually have everything. Well, I will, as soon as it comes in the mail. I couldn't help myself. I mean, they're affordable. The lip glosses are only $14 each. I mean, the ingredients aren't perfect, but they aren't terrible either. They don't contain talc or PEGs. They're cream, which I'm loving creams lately. So I kind of wanted to do like a full, like a Tower 28, like swatch all the things, talk about all the things. Okay, so that's spicy, right? Yeah, spicy. That actually came out pretty good. I feel like compared to where I started, my skin actually looks pretty good. I mean, subjective, again, you might think I look awful. I do love like an orange eye though. Like I'm so into like oranges lately. I don't know what that's about. Maybe because it's summer. So this isn't makeup, but I wanted to talk about this as well. So Beauty Heroes and Iuna sent me the new Dojo Mindful perfume. So this is the Iuna perfume, and I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's like the same scent profile as their skincare. So if you don't like the scent of their skincare, I'm pretty sure you're not going to like this, because it's oil, natural essential oil-based fragrance, and it's got all the same ingredients or essential oils that are in the skincare. So it's the Gurjum Balsam, Holywood, Myrrh, Chamomile, Rosemary, Buchu, Texas Cedar, White Brew, benzoin resin, and gualac. I don't know what that is. So I thought we would just try it for the first time. It's so pretty. And I love the scent of the Iuna skincare. So having like a like a perfume of it. I'm all about that. It's slightly different. Like there's a little bit more to it. It's so hard to describe, especially like the scent of their skincare. It's like, it's hard to describe like the scent of it. I wonder if they sell samples. Like if you can get your hands on a sample, definitely like test it out and see if it's something that like works with your body chemistry, because scents work and smell differently on everybody. So let's see, there's a little packet in here, and I'm like half blind. Like I wear my contacts, but like I can't see anything anymore. Like I'm at that age where I'm like I can't read things. I can't read bottles, I can't read prints, I can't see in the dark anymore. Like I'm old, guys. Like this is how close this has to be for me to read this. Few scents could recreate the spirit of Iyuna better than its iconic what is this word? Mechanical combination designed to stimulate the brain-skin connection and promote the practice of beautifulness, a discipline that adapts mindfulness to the realm of beauty. This is the true inspiration for creating Dojo, the conscious perfume, that transfers the essence of the purest and most emotive skincare into niche perfumery. A tribute to beauty transformed into a fragrance, Dojo is a 100% natural perfume acting on two different olfactory pathways, the nasal and the cutaneous, with an enveloping aroma that caresses the subconscious and embraces the skin. So, I mean, it's like kind of delicate. It's not, I don't feel like it's as forward as their skincare is. I feel like it's more delicate. I don't know. It definitely is going to be one of those ones that you like sort of have to try and see if it like resonates with you. But anyway, that's what we've got for this video. Just trying some new skincare, or not skincare, some new makeup I haven't used on camera yet. Most of which I haven't used at all. How's that mascara looking? Oh, I was gonna tell you about the under eyes, if they've creased at all yet. Yeah, they're starting to. Can we get all up in there? Look at that. Can you see the creasing? That is some heavy concealer, man. I'm probably gonna get rid of that concealer. Not my favorite, or I'll save it for my concealer video and like, you know, throw that little detail in there. Creases, because it's heavy, very thick. But yeah, I know other people love that. It's just, I don't think it's not right for me. I definitely need something much more, I don't know, like tender under the eyes. What's the right word? Anyway, this is long enough. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I will see you in my next one. Bye.